Thank you very much. Once again, I'd like to ask for your kind cooperation to all rise later and to give the loudest cheer and round of applause when we announce the arrival of our guest of honor. So ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, let's be on standby. announcing the arrival of Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, accompanied by YB ministers and main guests entering the hall. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Ayo seluruh anak berdiri, bangunkan Malaysia madani, sepenuh hati, jiwa, semangat, terus meyakini Malaysia madani. Ayo seluruh anak berdiri, sembarakan Malaysia madani, sepenuh hati, jiwa, semangat, terus meyakini Malaysia madani. Keyakinan jadi ikutan, pendirian jiwa ihsan, nilai hormat keras dimindah, daya cinta luar biasa, kesejahteraan masa depan. Ayo seluruh anak berdiri, bangunkan Malaysia madani, sepenuh hati, jiwa, semangat, terus meyakini Malaysia madani. Ayo seluruh anak berdiri, sembarakan Malaysia madani, sepenuh hati, jiwa, semangat, terus meyakini Malaysia madani. Malaysia madani, Malaysia madani, Malaysia madani, Malaysia.
Thank you very much, members of the media. Do kindly dismiss as we would like to proceed with the singing of the national anthem, Negaraku. Thank you very much, media members. Kindly dismiss. If not, we won't be able to begin the event. Thank you very much for the cooperation, members of the media.
Kesejahteraan masa depan. Ayo seluruh anak berdiri.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all remain standing for the national anthem, Negaraku. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may now be seated. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani. Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid bin Hamidi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Rural and Regional Development. Yang Berhormat Senator Datuk Seri Utama Tengku Zafrul bin Tengku Abdul Aziz, Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, MITEC. Yang Berhormat Senator Datuk Setia Dr. Haji Muhammad Naim bin Haji Mokhtar, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Religious Affairs. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Syamsul Azri bin Abu Bakar, Chief Secretary to the Government. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Rizal Marikan Naina Marikan, Chairman of MATRADE. Yang berbahagia Dato Seri Muhammad Mustafa bin Abdul Aziz, Chief Executive Officer of MITEC, Deputy Minister, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, we officially welcome you to the opening ceremony of the Global Halal Summit GHaS 2025. Do allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sophia Nursolehatun, and I'll be your MC for today. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we commence our event, I would like to welcome Al-Fadil Ustaz Dr. Amru Al-Haz Adnan, Grand Imam of Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin Mosque of Putrajaya, to lead the Doa recital. Please welcome.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah the Almighty, the cherisher and the sustainer of the world. May peace and mercy of Allah be upon His Prophet Muhammad, his family and his companions. Allahumma ya Allah, ya Rahman, ya Rahim. As we gather here today for this momentous event, the opening ceremony of the Global Halal Summit 2025, with faith and unwavering commitment, we seek your shower of blessings. May the objectives of our program achieve as intended, our plan smoothly run and implemented, and with your divine hidayah, our path to a prosperous and successful future will be paved and guided. Allahumma ya dhal mahini wal in'am. May this event be a testament to our collective dedication and determination, and our hard work in halal matters be the color of our ubudiyah and its manifestation. Inspire us, O Allah, to strive for excellence in all that we do, including our tiny good intention. We humbly seek, O Allah, a success not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of our world, our communities and our organizations. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل اللهم فينا ولا معنا ولا من يتبعنا شقيا ولا مطرودا ولا محروما ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ameen, Ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Thank you, Ustaz, for the dua. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for 11 years in a row, Malaysia solidifies its reign as the premier global halal hub, a testament to our comprehensive and robust halal ecosystem. This sustained leadership, as affirmed by the Global Islamic Economy Indicator, better known as GIEI, published by the DINA Standard, is not a coincidence, but a result of a meticulously developed integrated network of government agencies, halal industry players, and financial institutions all working together. Manifestation of this leadership and significant contributor to Malaysia's role as the global halal hub is the Global Halal Summit GHaS. GHaS 2025 serves as the umbrella of 5 major national halal events, which are the Malaysia International Halal Showcase MIHAS by the Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation, MATRADE, Halal Certification Bodies Convention by the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, JAKIM, World Halal Business Conference, WHBC, by the Halal Development Corporation, HDC. Halal Professions Seminar by the Department of Standards Malaysia, JSM, and Malaysia International Halal Research and Education Conference, MIHRAC, by University Putra Malaysia, UPM. With that, ladies and gentlemen, to begin the GHaS 2025 opening ceremony, it gives us great pleasure to invite Yang Berhormat Senator Dato Setia Dr. Haji Muhammad Naim bin Haji Mokhtar, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Religious Affairs, onto the grand stage to deliver his welcoming address. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته and salam Malaysia Madani. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin wassalatu wassalam ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yaumiddin amma ba'. Yang Berhormat Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang Berhormat Dato Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid bin Hamidi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Rural and Regional Development. Yang Berhormat Senator Dato Seri Utama Tengku Zafrul bin Tengku Abdul Aziz, Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, MITEC. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Syamsul Azri bin Abu Bakar, Chief Secretary to the Government. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Rizal Merican bin Naina Merican, Chairman of MITEC. Yang Bahagia Datuk Seri Muhammad Mustafa bin Abdul Aziz, Chief Executive Officer of MITEC, Deputy Minister, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin my speech by inviting ladies and gentlemen to reflect on the words of Allah in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 172. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu kulu min thayyibati ma razaqnakum washkuru lillahi in kuntum iyyahu ta'budun. O you who believe, eat from the good things which we have provided for you and be grateful to Allah if it is indeed Him that you worship. Alhamdulillah, we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His boundless grace and mercy, which have granted us the privilege to gather here today for the opening ceremony of the Global Halal Summit 2025, or GHaS 2025. On behalf of the Government of Malaysia, it is my distinct privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to everyone. It is a great honor to have the presence of Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Your presence today reflects the government's unwavering commitment to spearhead the halal industry and shared dedication to its development. This summit has been brought to fruition through the dedicated efforts of the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, JAKIM, in close collaboration with the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, MITEC, and supported by key agencies such as Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation, MITEC, the Halal Development Corporation, HDC, and the Department of Standards Malaysia, DSM. We are also deeply grateful for the academic support provided by the Halal Products Research Institute of University Putra Malaysia, UPM. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather today to honor our shared journey and reaffirm our steadfast commitment to advancing global halal standards. Our collective endeavors not only stimulate economic growth and broaden trade horizons, but also uplift communities worldwide by enhancing livelihoods and fostering global prosperity. Our duty goes beyond enforcing halal standards. By embracing halal in our daily lives, we embody a tradition grounded in gratitude and manifest appreciation for the blessings that Allah has bestowed upon us. We respectfully invite and encourage other nations to join us in steering the development of the global halal economy. This strategic collaboration will not only broaden market access and drive economic growth, but also cultivate a trade ecosystem grounded in ethics and integrity. By sharing expertise, best practices, and resources, we can fully realize the potential of the growing halal market, thereby creating shared prosperity and promoting the well-being of communities worldwide. By standing together, we can seize the trillion-dollar opportunity and further enhance the global halal economy. Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Esteemed delegates, brothers and sisters, the progress of GHaS 2025 is further strengthened by several key digital and capacity building initiatives. Indeed, this year's summit holds profound significance as we prepare to unveil several new initiatives. Firstly, the introduction of the Halal e-certificate. Malaysia has implemented a fully digital halal certification system to enhance efficiency, traceability, and authenticity. This initiative promotes greater transparency in cross-border trade and strengthens the confidence of global stakeholders. Secondly, alignment with OIC and SMIC standard. Malaysia is honored to announce the adoption of OIC SMIC as one of the key references in our national halal standards framework. With this step, we reaffirm our commitment to harmonizing halal standards globally and supporting convergence among OIC member countries. Thirdly, expansion of halal audit capacity. To address the increasing global demand for halal certified products, Malaysia has bolstered its auditing capacity by training and appointing 100 additional halal auditors. This strategic enhancement aims to streamline certification processes, ensuring more efficient monitoring and improved service delivery for both domestic and international applicants. These recent milestones underscore Malaysia's unwavering dedication to supporting a robust, trusted, and forward-looking halal ecosystem. It also demonstrates our resolve to serve as a strategic partner to all countries seeking to strengthen their own halal development initiatives. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, this remarkable gathering and these recent national milestones reflect Malaysia's determination to remain a catalyst for the future of the global halal ecosystem. GHaS 2025 is not merely a formal summit. It is a benchmark for progress, innovation, and international collaboration. Inshallah, with strong determination and a spirit of partnership among all stakeholders, the halal ecosystem will continue to flourish. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide our journey, ease our efforts, and make GHaS 2025 a transformative leap for the halal industry, inclusive, sustainable, and advancing the well-being of humanity as a whole. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you. Wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, Yang Berhormat Senator Dato Setia Dr. Haji Muhammad Naim for the speech. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, to continue the spirit of positivity for our next speech, we are honored to invite Yang Berhormat Senator Dato Seri Utama Tengku Zafrul bin Tengku Abdul Aziz, Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry MITEC, to grace our grand stage. A round of applause.
Terima kasih. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid bin Hamidi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Rural and Regional Development. Yang Berhormat Senator Dato Dr. Setia Dr. Haji Muhammad Naim, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Syamsul Azri bin Abu Bakar, Chief Secretary to Government of Malaysia. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Rizal Marikan, Chairman of MITEC. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Muhammad Mustafa, Chief Executive Officer of MITEC, Deputy Ministers, Ambassadors and High Commissioners, distinguished guests. Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi and salam Malaysia Madani. Setinggi-tinggi penghargaan dan ucapan selamat datang kepada Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, Yang Amat Berhormat Timbalan Perdana Menteri Datuk Seri Zahid Hamidi, dan semua yang berada di sini kerana sudi untuk bersama-sama menyerikan Majlis Perasmian Sidang Kemuncak Halal Global GHaS 2025 dan Pameran Halal Antarabangsa Malaysia ataupun MIHAS 2025. Kehadiran anda adalah bukti komitmen kita semua ke arah memajukan ekonomi halal global. So my deepest appreciation and warm welcome to all of you who are here today for the opening ceremony of GHaS 2025 and MIHAS 2025. Your presence is a testament to our collective commitment towards advancing the global halal economy. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sejak penubuhannya pada tahun 2004, MIHAS telah menjana hampir 30 bilion ringgit dalam jualan ekspor. Tahun ini dengan peserta dari 80 negara, 300 pembeli global dan 45,000 pelawat perdagangan, MIHAS kelihatan bersedia mencapai sasaran jualan 4.5 bilion ringgit. Dan setakat ini Yang Berhormat, pada 2 hari yang pertama ini kita telah mencapai 4.1 bilion ringgit. Sebagai pengurusi ASEAN tahun ini, Malaysia amat berbangga menjadi tuan rumah kepada pelbagai persidangan global dan pameran perdagangan, termasuklah MIHAS dan GHaS 2025, untuk mempamerkan kepimpinan Malaysia dalam mempromosikan integrasi ekonomi ASEAN. Pada masa perdagangan global yang berasaskan peraturan umpama retak menanti belah, dengan kadar yang pantas, jadi prinsip ASEAN untuk teguh berdiri bersama dalam isu-isu utama adalah tepat pada masanya, malah kini lebih penting. That brings me to my next point. The global trading system needs a reset. It shouldn't be about stopgap measures. Neither can it be about creating new clubs. It is about reimagining the architecture. The importance of propositions like this must not be underestimated. The past few months have proved that no country is an island and that geopolitics goes hand in hand with geoeconomics. Malaysia-US tariff negotiation was a complex, challenging process. Among the issues raised was our own halal certification, which was deemed a form of non-tariff barrier. But the Cabinet decided that our halal standards were a red line to be defended, and defend it we did, with MITI spearheading Malaysia's negotiating team, while we agreed to the facilitation of the import process for certain halal certified products into Malaysia. We stood firm on maintaining our world-class, world-leading halal standards. Clearly, the halal industry is not a purely national or bilateral affair. Islam is a global religion, with 2 billion Muslims globally and a $3.5 trillion global halal market and set to grow to $5 trillion by 2030. multilateral cooperation in the global halal industry should be very important for us. Next, the how. The how is also equally important. On a larger scale, how we develop our societies and economies will impact the world and determine our collective future. Strengthening the Muslim world economically, sustainably, and inclusively will also strengthen our hand, more so at a time when we must make our voices heard on certain global stages. The halal industry can help us achieve all this. In fact, halal goods and services are increasingly procured by people of all faiths and cultures, not just Muslims. Furthermore, at a time of growing trade protectionism and armed conflicts, the halal industry can buck the trend by doubling down on multilateral cooperation. As Muslims, we can, and I dare to say, it is important for us to show the rest of the world that there is a better path than the one we are on. I believe this can be done in three ways. First, reform multilateral institutions like the WTO, restore its appellate body to inject certainty and equity into trading rules, modernize those rules into account for digital trade, sustainability standards, and possibly even state-owned enterprises, bring more developing economies into rule-making processes, embed inclusivity and equitability into trade, which effectively are halal principles promoting fair commerce. Next, develop better cooperation mechanisms between economic blocs. Within that, promote the concept of supply chain diplomacy and even multilateral currency strategy for sectors such as semiconductors, energy, critical minerals, and food. Because trade and supply chains are so intertwined among economies, we must shape trade into a stabilizing force to prevent it from being a blackmail tool. Third, ethical and sustainable principles in goods and services has become the norm today. Can we embed the same principles in trade agreements and supply chains? Malaysia is ready to lead this. We can reframe halal as the trust-based trade framework, transcending geographical and religious boundaries. That brings me to my next point. Malaysia is uniquely positioned to play a catalytic role in resetting the global trading system through the halal economy. Malaysia can do this not just as a supplier, but as a standard setter, system builder, and bridge maker for ethical trade. Through the Madani Economic Framework, for example, we are promoting economic reforms and encouraging equitable wealth creation by raising not just our economic ceiling, but also our economic floor to benefit everyone. Aside from redefining global norms around quality, safety, and transparency in supply chains, Malaysia has also shaped global discourse through platforms like the World Islamic Economic Forum, Global Islamic Finance Forum, and also Malaysia's leadership in the World Halal Development Council. All this can shape this platform as a complementary force to the OIC. We may be a small nation, but our voice is not just heard, but also recognized. Our leadership stands tall and, most importantly, principled. So in short, we can be the architect of the South-South trade ecosystems. The Global South houses 85% of the world's population, and almost all the Muslim majority countries in the world are in it, hence making it crucial for the halal sector. But such engagements matter because halal's high standards and quality, ethics and sustainability will be of great benefit to the developmental needs of our region. So by catalyzing ASEAN FTAs with many countries, Malaysia is starting to build interoperable halal value chains across ASEAN, the Middle East, and even Africa. So ladies and gentlemen, MITEC has begun to do all that and more, first through the internalization of MIHAS. And this year, MITEC will once again organize an international edition of MIHAS, this time in Shanghai in China, scheduled in November. I think our Deputy Prime Minister will be attending. And if I'm allowed, I will follow the Deputy Prime Minister. Next, I want to highlight that the first innovative Islamic finance product and sukuks also were born in Malaysia, and we can leverage this experience to build an integrated Islamic finance economy. So in closing, I would like to reiterate that at a time when geo-economic competition is driving nations to secure resilient and diversified supply chains, halal offers Malaysia a strong edge that can anchor our SMEs and exporters in new growth markets across ASEAN, the Middle East, and Africa. Malaysia has the capacity and encourage to be the connector of emerging economies, a possible counterbalance to Western-centric trade blocs. In many ways, our Honourable Prime Minister has been a vocal advocate of that, and we are here to support the execution of his vision. Akhir kalam, terima kasih sekali lagi kepada Yang Berhormat Perdana Menteri dan semua pihak yang terlibat dalam penganjuran acara hari ini. Sokongan dan keyakinan anda yang tidak berbelah bagi terhadap industri halal menyokong wawasan Malaysia dari segi mengukuhkan kepimpinan kita dalam pasaran halal global sekaligus membina sebuah ekonomi dunia yang lebih saksama, beretika dan mampan. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Yang Berhormat Senator Dato Seri Utama Tengku Zafrul, for the very, very motivating speech this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, with our combined high spirit and enthusiasm this morning, the long-awaited moment has arrived as we anticipate for the keynote address and the official launch of the Global Halal Summit GHaS 2025. And of course, it gives us great, incredible honor to invite our Prime Minister, Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil karim. Saudara Timbalan Perdana Menteri Datuk Seri Zahid Hamidi, rakan-rakan Menteri, KSN, tetamu yang saya muliakan. Saya ucapkan penghargaan ke atas kehadiran dan sambutan yang membanggakan dan khususnya kepada MITEC dan Kementerian Agama dan khusus juga Matrik dan JAKIM yang telah mampu menyelenggarakan satu sidang peringkat antarabangsa mengangkat keupayaan industri halal, menarik minat dan menjadikan Malaysia sebagai pusat kegiatan halal dan industri halal, termasuk pengiktirafan melalui pensijilan yang terkenal. Seperti yang dijelaskan oleh kedua-dua rakan saya tadi, Dr. Naim dan Tengku Zafrul, industri ini telah berkembang maju. Tapi suatu hal yang perlu dipahami oleh kita, keupayaan kita menembusi sistem perdagangan dan kewangan antarabangsa. Kita biasa dengan Bank Dunia, IMF, WTO. Ini bukan keutamaan mereka, bukan gagasan mereka, tetapi kerana kesanggupan kita memecah tembok halangan awal dan prasangka terhadap apa yang dianggap Islam, apalagi halal. Maka sekarang kita dah meletakkan industri halal sebagai suatu yang berpotensi besar dalam perdagangan yang merentas semua negara. Mulanya dalam kegiatan di kalangan negara Islam, dan tetapi sekarang sampai ke semua negara. Dalam semua pertemuan di ASEAN, sama ada dengan yang majoriti Islam atau Kristian atau Buddhis, di negara China dengan Presiden Xi Jinping, kes Tama di United Kingdom, di Brazil dengan Lula, semuanya menentuh soal halal. So, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, as we navigate the complexities of the modern era, it is essential that we return to the very foundation of halal, which represents a holistic view of life, grounded in cleanliness, halalan tayyiban, integrity and accountability. What is to me unique, Jil, Farid, for this generation, a unique one, is precisely because it talks about accountability. It talks about environment. than 80% of small and medium enterprises have been certified by JAKIM based on their compliance and comprehensive halal standards. I must congratulate and thank Deputy Prime Minister Zahid, because since he's holding the helm, we have seen this accelerated pace of approvals and higher standards imposed. Can you imagine? Higher standards, stricter monitoring, and yet a faster pace of approval, about 2 weeks of approval, compared to 6 months in the past. So thank you. So you can stay on that. So as a testament of global acceptance, the Malaysian halal trademark has been registered and recognized in nearly 50 countries, while JAKIM also collaborates with more than 80 accredited halal certification bodies from 45 countries. So going forward, the Madani government will continue to proactively position the halal industry as a key contributor to the national economy, particularly in trade. In every investment mission and bilateral engagement, I must say this without exception, whether it is Muslim majority countries, non-Muslim countries, whatever, Malaysia positions halal as a universal economic model, and again will be part of the bilateral discussions between leaders. And this is, of course, to me, a rare achievement for the country and for the halal industry. For example, at the recent Kazan Forum, I highlighted Malaysia's expertise in halal certification and offered our support to strengthen global halal standards. At the BRICS Leaders Summit in Brazil, I urged both Brazilian and Malaysian companies to seize the business opportunity in the halal industry. And of course, with the support of our friend, President Lula of Brazil. In the Global Islamic Economy Indicator, GIEI ranking, Malaysia has maintained its top position for 11 consecutive years. Thanks not only with the support of the Malaysian industry and Malaysian ministries, but thanks to your support, those present here from so many countries. Malaysia's excellence is particularly evident in Islamic finance, halal food, as well as media and recreation. This is a result of the government's concerted effort to position the halal industry as one of the central pillars of the nation's strategic growth. So the Halal Industry Master Plan 2030 and the new Industrial Master Plan 2030 set out a clear pathway to position Malaysia as the world's leading halal hub. I must stress that the drivers of the growth of the halal industry are the micro, small, and medium enterprises. Hence, the Madani government will continue to implement various strategic initiatives to strengthen their role and standing in the global market. Under the 30th Malaysia Plan, significant funds are allocated to further boost the growth of the halal sector. In return, the sector is projected to contribute 231 billion ringgit or 10.8% to the national GDP by 2030, driven by strong demand in food, finance, and tourism. By way of comparison, the global halal market is valued at over 16.02 trillion ringgit and is expected to reach 22.88 trillion by 2030. I hope the figures is consistent with what Zafrul announced just now. Because for projection, projections are projections. Sometimes we achieve the target, sometimes we surpass, sometimes we're below target. But for us, we're quite realistic in our projections. Sometimes better than the World Bank and the IMF. Now, in terms of trade targets, based on the robust national policies and the track record of GHaS, exports of halal products and services are set to reach 80 billion ringgit by 2030. So, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the government has strongly encouraged Malaysian companies to embrace the digitalization in trade to remain globally competitive. By leveraging digital technologies, Malaysian companies can enhance operational efficiency, broaden market reach, and unlock new opportunities in the digital economy and cross-border trade. On this note, I am pleased to share that MIHAS 2025 will fully leverage the Madani Digital Trade Platform and artificial and intelligence-driven platform designed to optimize cross-border business matching, particularly for Malaysian halal exporters and importers, including micro, small, and medium enterprises. With the support of advanced technologies such as big data analytics, cloud computing, and AI, MDT is poised to evolve into an intelligent trade platform and ultimately become a true game changer for Malaysia's halal industry. So I urge, therefore, the international community and those business enterprises and representatives present here to embrace halal as a system of values, one that champions ethical consumption, social justice, human dignity, and environmental sustainability. We must empower the public to be ethical consumers, support halal entrepreneurs to penetrate global markets, and build a new generation of halal professionals, experts, not only in religious knowledge, but also in food science, technology, engineering, and law. In closing, let me say this. It has not been an easy journey to bring Malaysia's halal industry to its current standing. We applaud those initiators, particularly I think our late Tun Abdullah Badawi, for taking this initiative, having that vision, which was certainly a major challenge at that time. But we are fortunate, alhamdulillah, that successful achievements have been seen, but it would not have been possible without the efforts and sacrifices of all parties involved. I greatly appreciate the leadership of my colleague, Deputy Prime Minister Zahid Hamidi, who is clearly very focused and at times quite obsessed with the whole halal industry, and is quite helpful. Thank you. Again, my profound appreciation to MITI, Matrid, JAKIM, HDC, JSM, and UPM for their commitment and dedication successfully organizing GHaS and MIHAS this year. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Ya Muhammad Dato Sri. Can we kindly request of you to do remain on stage for our next agenda? Ladies and gentlemen, may we invite all of our main guests to the grand stage to accompany Yang Amat Berhormat Prime Minister for the launching of GHaS. With all of this anticipation now aligned with this, Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Sri, we kindly request of you to place your hand on the globe in the count of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, in 3, 2, 1.
the center of the world's halal economy, Malaysia continues to build connections, transcending borders and creating opportunities that shape the future. Empowering Malaysian businesses to expand globally, opening doors to markets, and strengthening our nation's role in the halal economy. Malaysia's sole Halal Certification Authority, with a pivotal role in safeguarding halal integrity through its globally recognized certification system, recognition of foreign halal certification bodies, and competency training for halal auditors. Building ecosystems, empowering businesses, and fostering international partnerships to support the growth of the halal industry, resulting in opportunities that drive Malaysia's economic and social progress. Advancing international standardization and accreditation with a focus on halal and other strategic sectors, while fostering stronger global collaboration to enhance industry competitiveness. Pioneering research and innovation in halal science, equipping the industry with knowledge that drives progress and sustainability through its Halal Products Research Institute, connecting businesses across borders, expanding opportunities, and showcasing the best of the global halal economy as the world's largest halal showcase. The halal economy is more than an industry. It is a future of shared values and global opportunity. From Malaysia to the world, we move forward united.
The Global Halal Summit GHaS 2025 is now officially launched. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a round of applause as we invite our guests of honor and VIPs to kindly return to the VIP seats. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we continue on with a group photo with all of the attendees today. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise. Everyone in the ballroom as we capture this incredible, momentous moment. A history in the making. Official photographers, media members on position, on stage. And let us all, ladies and gentlemen, eyes towards the main stage in the count of 3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, can we raise our right palm into the air? Right palm into the air in 3, 2, 1, hands up. The whole entire ballroom, ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely amazing. With this concludes the very incredible opening ceremony of GHaS 2025. With the grand presence of our guest of honor, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, we now respectfully invite Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Prime Minister and all our guests to the exhibition hall. Once again, from the core of our hearts, representing Malaysia, thank you very much, everyone, for making this incredible launch of the Global Halal Summit 2025 an incredible success. And thank you very much once again to our very honorable Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, our Prime Minister of Malaysia. Round of applause, and ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may we ask for your kind cooperation to make way for our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, alongside all of our distinguished VIPs, will proceed to the VIP walkabout towards the exhibition hall. Therefore, our beloved media members, do kindly make way and adjourn towards this VIP walkabout after our VIPs has made their move. Once again, from all of us here, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Has been an incredible honor to have all of you today, especially to Yang Amat Berhormat Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, and YB Ministers for all, joining us here at the Global Halal Summit 2025 GHaS. Thank you very much, everyone.